El Red Dead normal. Sí, vale, esto sí. Y después, sí, cuando me lo pase, igual me paso el DLC también. Que el DLC está muy... A mí me gustó bastante este DLC. Que no será como el 2, que el 2 es... Estoy por volvérmelo a pasar. Y solamente aquí vaya haciendo las misiones principales. Las secundarias que llamo las dejaré, no las haré. Sí que se nota, sí que se nota. Blackwater. Y ahora mismo estás en 1900. Venga. Ay, Edgar Ross. Quiero probar una cosa. A ver si se concentre escuchando sus auriculares. No. No se escucharía el juego si me pongo auriculares. Que me conecten bien. Ahí. No sé, me han dado ganas de volver a jugar a juegos viejos, digamos. Por el streaming que hice ayer de reaccionando a juegos de la Play 2 y así. A raíz de eso me han entrado ganas.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other.
Atrás y a
Who let you
porque
worship
no
in
quería
peace.
estar a lo de... No sé por qué.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Aquí en el 1 es donde estaba la cólera, creo.
Good evening there. Mexico rising up. Find out more. Get your news. Hi there. I don't feel too good. Really? Get your news here.
Creo que ahora se podrá ver mejor porque estoy jugando el PlayStation Now, que es lo de jugar en streaming. Yo me las cinemáticas se ven bien.
Martin! Mr. Martin, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Un remaster de este juego yo creo que gustaría mucho.
You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in all of New Austin.
Good to see you.
Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention.
Come on! Easy.
So it's Port Mercy you want to visit? Let's go, Mr. Marston. No need to be making no trouble.
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind Miss Van.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned. What the hell are you doing, Mr. Marston? What kind of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Wait up, Mr. Marston! You're gonna get lost! Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Come on, Mr. Marston, no need for that. Not like Steve Flanders. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me, there's things you're better off not knowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Se nota muchísimo, se nota Stan, se nota muchísimo, se nota
That's
muchísimo.
because I ain't.
Hola, Cachalote 69.
A fella told me he was out in Blackwater a few months back and saw one of them newfangled carriages without horses.
Is that so?
And you wind them up like a clock. Damnedest thing ye ever saw without the aid of liquor, he told me.
Times are changing fast. That's for sure.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Let's go.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Seguirme es gratis. Lo que se paga es la suscripción. Aunque la suscripción puede ser gratis si tienes el Amazon Prime.
Go.
Muchísimas gracias por el follow, Cachalote. La verdad se aprecia muchísimo.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before.
Sí,
You only
es
seem
que
to
este
save
lo
yourself.
jugué, pero hace años, Dios mío.
Bill,
Lo
I
jugué cuando
implore you
salió.
think about this.
Digo, quiero volver a jugar para rememorar esos tiempos.
You implore
También
me?
porque me han entrado ganas de jugar a juegos antiguos.
You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John.
F por vivir.
Now
Bueno, ahora es F
I'm
por
in
John.
charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Ahora F por John. Y se dejan el sombrero. se dejan el sombrero de John. Nuevos amigos, viejos problemas. Un trofeo como se saltaban en... Como saltaban en la Play 3, Dios mío.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland.
Y en el 2 encuentras una carta que iba dirigido a
So what were you doing?
para esta.
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have.
Si no lo cogieron, si no lo han cogido.
And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Es muy distinto al 1, al 2.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here. There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Hop on up. You won't bite. Come on, boy. Come on. Time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Sí, en sí tiene un rancho. Pero... Dios mío, es que se va. Se va en nada. No puedes estar cargando mucho así. Porque si no pasa eso.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before. Come on, easy up now.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Come on, Mr. Marston, pick up the pace!
Come! Yeah!
Giddy up! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Yeah!
Come on!
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Miss McFarland.
Whoa! Well, are we going inside? How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
Es una Sadi 2.0.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their major. I can already smell that rabbit stew. Good shot. You got one. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow.
Le está intentando dar a los dos al L3 al R3 para activar el Dead Eye, pero aquí no se puede.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Damn coyotes are bad. We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston.
Oh, yeah.
Quick, you're going after the chicken. Good shooting, Mr. Marston. Nice shot. That's it. Damn coyotes.
And stay down.
Yes, you got one. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Lo de que por arriba y por...
Say what you like about Drew McFarland, but he raised the proper lady.
No se ve.
Watch yourself there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Está el 3 y está la... Creo que sí es este el rancho de John. Estaba por aquí, Saint-Denis. Me he equivocado, no tenía que haber entrado aquí.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stick next to the dog, mister.
Someone might as well have this. Faster!
Vale, no puedo entrar. Está cerrado. Tengo que dar, tengo que... Obstáculo en el camino.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
Las químicas físicas.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Let's go.
How are you today?
El peor es por los controles.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on. Neck and neck, Miss McFarland!
You're not as bad as I thought you'd be!
Go!
Try to keep up, will you? Come on, boy!
Easy. Whoa there. Come on. Let's go. Yeah.
you can ride!
Let's go!
How's it feel getting beaten by a lady?
Why don't I lead the way? Try to stay with me now! Yeah.
I'll have you, just you wait!
Es que esto de que es desde el principio de
On
la
the
carrera.
count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on!
Call yourself a dangerous outlaw?
You still think you're gonna win this, don't you? Slow up. Come on.
Come on, Mr. Marston! Don't go easy on me!
Come.
See you at the finish line! Yeah! Come on, boys!
Let's go, Miss McFarland.
This is gonna be close!
That's more like it. Come on. Let's pick up the pace. Let's go. Would you like me to slow down? You're lucky I'm being a gentleman.
Hasta el punto de antes.
Damn! How those injuries feeling, Mr. Marston?
Come on. Watch and learn, miss.
You ain't getting away that easily!
I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland. Are you saving the best for last? Go. Should I wait for you to catch up? How you doing back there? Come on.
Yeah!
Hey.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Ay. Fama. Voy a terminar de las misiones de por esta zona.
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good,
Y
Miss
cuando tengo que
McFarland.
ir a
How are you?
Madrid, pues.
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the reins, Mr. Marston. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. Kind of fella laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd be getting back there if I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
En el 2 creo que hay más distancia entre la armadillo y la granja.
How well do you know New Austin?
I don't. We talked about coming down here many times, but never made it.
Who's we?
Me and the folks I used to work with. Yeah, New Austin. The last real outlaw country, where the old ways still hold true. Do a man wrong, he'll shoot you for it. Do a man right, well, he still may shoot you for it. But at least you have an idea of what's right and what's wrong there.
Dear, oh dear, Mr. Marston. What dreadful novel did you get that romanticized drivel out of? Those days are long gone, if they were ever here at all. According to Paul, those days were just people shooting each other because they lost at cards. We'll be lucky if our ranch survives another 5 years. Businessmen are the new cowboys. So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Hope you're doing good today.
Just finished helping a patient. How can I help you?
Howdy.
I got stock of them electric belts if you need to lose weight.
Thank you very much.
Take care of yourself and that liver.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
If Alinda ever dared show his face... Holy, he's just like riding horses.
Well, look at you.
Please feel free to browse.
Hey, mister.
We got the Second
Buen
Amendment
chiste.
for a reason, don't we?
No puedo comprar nada porque apenas tengo money. Podré hacer el caos.
Now stay safe.
You know that fool with
Ya
the
que está aquí
different
voy a hacer la misión esta.
Excuse me.
Hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! Now what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him. Come on, what, you getting keep with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
Se parecía a uno de los que se conoció
You.
en el 1,
Oh, I
en
done seen
el 1, en el
enough
2,
of
en
your
el
hide around
rancho,
here,
uno,
friend.
en el
I
capítulo
think there's
3,
some
cuando
school
estabas
children down the way
ahí.
going frightened.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes.
Esos 3 de la banda
My
de
cause
yo creo que
is
son
to
los
keep
que más
this
ha
town
llegado a
from turning into a
respetar.
living hell for the folks who live here.
Bueno, y
Whole world
también
has
a
problems, mister, and I'm
este,
here
¿cómo era el indio?
doing what I can.
Why? What's
Y
happening?
Asadio era
Right now?
otra que yo a respetar.
I got the railway, the people who pay my salary,
Que
trying to
el indio
get
se
me
me ha
to turn a
olvidado cómo se
blind eye to
llamaba.
them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. I'm forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
The saloon's this way. We need to have a talk about the laws in this town.
So who we looking for?
A bunch of 2-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. But the way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
Is is the dumb rat bastard now? Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Walton's the top screw. Let's get after him. He spotted you. Stay on him, boy.
Go!
Come on.
If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's the start, but there's plenty more where he came from. Keep up, will ya?
Come on!
Ciervos en esta zona del desierto.
Come on!
No lo habría imaginado.
He's headed for Bless's house. Let's stop so we can get a better look.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn! Take cover! We'll work our way up this hill.
Your clothes are gonna be a lot redder.
Marston, I got you covered. Move up to that wagon. Marston, take that bastard behind the crate.
Mister, you look more melty than
Get to that crate. I got you covered. This way! Take that feller behind the rock, boy.
You brought help, did you?
Well, I got you, boy. Make a move for that boulder.
You got anything interesting, friend?
Jesus, well. There's another one behind the outhouse, boy. Now get behind that outhouse. Ain't sure we seen the last of them.
Up here.
This is where it is, buddy! Right here!
Just Walton left now. Try to take him alive. There's Walton. He's making a run for it. Take him alive if you can. I'll be back for you too late. Good Lord above. You're letting him escape, Marston. Walton, your killing days are over. It'll be trial and the rope for you.
Lo podía haber matado, pero...
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah.
Easy up now. Whoa! Let's go. Come.
Me gustaría que uno tenga el lazo.
Here. Let's go. Let's go. Load up now. Come on. Can I have this? Yeah. Whoa, whoa. I do beg your pardon.
They took my boy. My boy.
Who did?
He's missing. He's only a youngster. My boy is missing.
Where? Who took him?
Them people in the hills. Them hills near Hanging Rock. They took it.
Can't the police force help you?
Oh, they can't even help themselves. Please, sir. My son is missing. I need your help.
Venga, que sí.
Come on.
Howdy.
Yeah. Come on. Go.
El de raid aquí no lo entiendo bien en el 1 por ahora. Bueno. Ya habéis venido a morir.
Welcome. I hope we have what you need.
Howdy, friend.
Stop.
No. Nice doing business with you. Have a good look. Just don't steep. I'm sure you'll find something you like here.
I ain't never heard of him. I've been hearing about this midway that has dancing Indians. Mighty queer.
Nice doing business with you.
Why do I feel like I just got robbed?
Thanks for stopping by.
Me voy a cambiar de ropa.
But I'll take a look at any extra stuff you're carrying.
Well, hello.
Mujeres y reses.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is that I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you
te
do
lías
that?
mucho.
I wonder as a substitute for having anything interesting to say.
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang.
Lo de la hija no sabía.
We robbed banks,
No
trains,
me acordaba.
held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it,
Escocés.
you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money.
Exacto.
And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated.
I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Right. Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows?
Whoa!
Whoa there! Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Hello, mister.
Come on!
Get behind the herd! That should start them moving in the right direction. Assuming they aren't put off by your smell. Come on, boys.
Keep them moving.
He's got it.
Whoa, whoa!
Look at this cowboy. Come on, you dumb heifers. Ain't that hard, is it?
This way! We need to take them out to the pasture!
Sí, esto lo sé.
Let's go! Easy.
Si los quiero llevar para hacia la izquierda y la derecha. Si los quiero llevar por todo lo
Let's go!
Nail it down! He's just
All
showing
right,
off
let's move
now.
this large herd out to the far pasture.
Here!
Easy now. Sweep back and forth behind them. Keep them nice and tight. I'll handle the stragglers. You stay with the main herd.
Get going! Come on! Yeah!
Control that thing, will you?
Stay with him. Keep going, Mr. Boston.
Slow down! Come on!
Let's get it.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Yo trabajo en un rancho ayudando en el lunes.
Yeah! Slow it up now. Go! Whoa there! Come on!
Well, howdy.
Come on!
How good is you at throwing horseshoes?
Howdy.
Cargando. Voy a apostar 7.
You've done this before.
Oh, must have been the wind.
Qué asco.
You practicing or what?
You want a hole in your... Come on!
Oh, tramposo.
Yeah! That's... If you don't stop that, you ain't gonna live! Come on!
Saca todo el guante, lo había perdido todo.
He's gonna lose that rank.
How nice to see you. Are you blind? Move!
I didn't see you, mister.
Nada, en un par de minutos. Espero aquí.
How good it is to see. Howdy.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters.
Cólera, que estuvo hace...
I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
Estuvo en
I've seen
Armadillo.
strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always gonna be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
Hola, Alex, León, muy buenas, bienvenido otra vez.
You're gonna need this,
Ya tengo
Mr. Marston.
Ya puedo hacer el pasatiempo favorito.
Let's see if we can put that new lasso of yours to good use. That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby. Whoa there!
Ya. Mira, me voy a poner ahora así.
Yeah. You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret that sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just
But I know
enjoy the
we're
ride?
only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. There's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
Careful! You almost knocked me clean off!
Es el Red Dead Redemption, pero el 1, no el 2. Si ves que no contesto es porque estoy a dos pantallas y tendrá que estar así para ver el chat y si no lo tengo aquí.
Yeah.
Throw that damn rope, Marston!
Now relax.
Hang on to that rope, Marston. Don't let it buck you, Mr. Marston. Lean
Got
into
it,
it.
Mr. Marston!
Easy there.
Come on, let's go.
Come on. Come on. Nearly got
Let's see it, boy.
That's it! Don't give up!
Take it slow now.
You're doing
Come
fine!
on.
What you
Come
got,
on.
boy?
Come on. Relax now.
Come on, there,
Nearly
yeah,
got it.
boy.
You'll have the
Relax now.
Come out.
Nicely done, boy. Let me take you from here. You get back on your own horse. Woo! I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's rope another one. Come on, rope one of them.
Come on.
What are you waiting for? We haven't got all day.
Got you.
Hang on to him. Hold on to him.
Come on, baby. Calm down. Relax. Oh, this ain't good. That's it. Calm it down.
You can't even find the same one. Yeah.
Let's go.
Voy a aprovechar.
Keep a good hold on him. All yours. Hop on and show him who's boss. That's it. Lead with him.
You're mine now. Easy. Nearly there. Calm down now. There you
You're a regular Bronco buster, boy. Nice work. I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
go. Let's go. I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight. And it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired, then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day. If you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure. Come on.
Whoa! Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's head for Armadillo.
Tengo que parar un poco.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is. Come on.
Ay. Dios mío.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much.
It's kind of painful, but she's never far from my thoughts.
How'd you meet her?
She was an orphan, too. Fell in the same bunch of reprobates I did. She did what she had to do to survive, same as I did. You can't wallow with the pigs without getting a little dirty.
Paul will be real happy if we can wrangle some horses. We've got bills stacked up like bales of hay.
Well, at Might as well strike while the iron's hot. I think I'm getting the hang of it.
There's too many folks too careless with their irons around here. That's the problem. We do all the work, and the rustlers get fat off of it. Looks like the ranch hand's up ahead. This isn't what I meant by horse breaking.
Come on, easy up now.
La puesta del sol.
Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
Come on. Go! Whoa, whoa! Come! Slow it up now. Let's go!
Aunque había unos caballos legendarios, o 4, era en el
Yeah.
sí que en el DLC recuerdo que había los 4 caballos del apocalipsis. Los podías domar.
Whoa there!
Al otro lado, hacia la izquierda.
Come on!
Este que se ha separado. Así.
Come on! Yeah!
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are.
Hola, Xiao.
Hey, stop him, get away! Chase him down and bring him back. Get after him!
Let's go! Let's go! Easy.
Se nota muchísimo que no va a estar tan fluido como esto juega
Come on! Easy there. Relax now. Nearly there. Oh, damn!
no, aquí tarda muchísimo en domarlos. En el 2 se tarda muchísimo
Relax now.
en domar.
Come on, baby. Calm down.
También por ahí puedes estar pulsando el cuadrado que es para calmarlos. Y aquí en cambio no.
Whoa there. Almost got you.
Cuando parece que ya lo has domado.
Come on. Calm yourself. Come on.
No lo has domado.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
¿Y mi anterior caballo?
Come on! That's the flower. Go! Slow down! That's one. Come on! Come on, easy up now.
Nothing like killing a man with skin on his chest, my friend. I thank you.
Not a problem, friend. But you owe me one.
Así que estos eran... Es que no sabía que estos eran sheriff.
Sorry, partner. Come on, come on!
Este es mi semental.
Come on! Yeah!
Se nota.
Let's go!
Ah, no, esto...
Come on! Whoa!
Well, howdy.
Excuse me, friend. Mind if I rest up at your camp a spell?
Well, it'd be my pleasure. Man needs a break from this desiccated land.
Thank you, mister. Say, what's that stick you got there?
Oh. Y'all ain't never seen a dowsing rod before, mister? Never seen a man summon the water up from the bare earth? Mr.
Marston.
Ah.
No, can't say I have. If it's water you're looking for, what's wrong with that lake over there?
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with Lake Don Julio. Nothing wrong with it, but we lack the fancy irrigation equipment you folks have back east, so... Man needs a wellspring on his property to ranch here.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Why, you know, just last week, I was over at old Pleasant's house. Now, I think I may have found something, but... Old coot that owns the place threatened to call the law down on me, so...
People act funny around strange men with sticks.
They sure do. Damn fools. Bet you he don't even know how much water's running underneath his property.
You want me to tell him?
You know what? You ain't that stupid, mister. And I can tell. I'll tell you what. Why don't you go get the old man to sell us his property for a small pittance? Then I can find the source of the water, build us a proper wellspring.
Maybe I will.
Well, all right then.
Ah, estas son... Está bien.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Se supone que este caballo es mío.
Slow it up now.
Hello. I heard you used to be a duke in England.
Those young people keep daring each other to visit Mescalero. It's so
That Bonnie is a right pretty girl.
Howdy.
All genuine stuff here.
Appreciate it.
Ganar el juego de la herradura, Dios mío.
Nice doing business with you.
Se avecina una tempestad.
Come on, let's go! Get him in there! Come on!
Amos!
Hey, miss, I got most of the horses secure and the chicken.
Well, thank you, Amos, but it's the herd I'm worried about.
I know, they're scattered all over the valley and beyond. The weather is coming in real fast.
So what do you suggest, Amos? We leave the herd out there to be scattered by the storm and ourselves left here to die without a livelihood?
Can I help?
No, miss. If the men get caught out in that storm, they're gonna die.
And if we lose our herd, we'll all die, you stupid man.
Doesn't sound like we're left with much of a choice then. Come on, Amos. Round up your men. Let's get the herd.
Dang.
Let's go. We don't have much time.
Come on. Slow up. Easy.
That sky don't look good. I'm starting to think somebody up there's conspiring against me. Are you a religious man?
Not in any real sense. Sometimes I tell myself things happen for a reason. Like what brought me here was fate come a-calling. but nobody made my path for me.
We all need to look for answers somewhere. Some in big old books, others in big old bottles of whiskey.
Believing in some kind of divine purpose ain't gonna give me my wife and kid back. Past is who we are, Miss McFarland. There ain't no changing that. Faith is a luxury I can't afford.
We have 2 herds out grazing in different pastures. We'll need to merge them and bring them all back.
I think we can handle that.
The cows get real ornery in bad weather. It's more work, but I'll show you how to deal with them. It's gonna be difficult to talk in this weather. Stay close. We don't want to lose each other. Careful! We can't afford to fall!
Come on! Easy. Whoa.
Let's take them over to the other herd. We'll try to drive them all back to the ranch together.
Come on!
The weather changes fast out here. This storm came out of nowhere.
Come on!
Vale, perfecto.
Oh my God! They're running for the cliff!
Yeah. Come on!
Hello, mister? You got it, sir.
Take me to Armadillo.
Better get some shut-eye.
Llévame.
How do you do?
I can sure use a nap, partner.
You rotten son of a bitch! Help! Someone!
Stinking whore. I'm gonna cut you. Have you lost your damn mind? Shoot your ass.
I ain't shedding no blood.
I've had about enough of you. Yeah.
Most interesting. Hello. I'll feel it minute.
Venga, poco a poco.
Hello? Hello? Is Armadillo 731? What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello? Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. Yeah, if it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly, the world is full of theys.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshal! 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 I'd just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go. You ride with us again, Marston?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
Venga.
You'll need those bullets for the Ballard twins.
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
You don't look like no government, boy.
I guess it's complicated. I came because it was made impossible for me not to.
You sure are a tight-lipped son of a bitch, mister.
I guess I am. I ain't gonna dig this hole no deeper.
Ain't you all proud and superior? Don't forget you need us more than we need you. Bill Williamson folded you up like an empty purse the last time, if I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Listen to your boss, Jonah. There's a good boy. Otherwise, I'll put a hole in your hillbilly head and watch your tiny brain drain out.
Ew. I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land. Nearly there.
No sé nada.
Let's go!
Boy, going! Head for the fort! Be ready, boys. We're probably gonna be outnumbered.
And those bastards ain't short on firepower, neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
Music to my ears, Marshal.
Rutherford, find some cover!
Are you kidding me? Not on me!
Come on, Marston! I can't take them all by myself!
Bad place.
Be rustling no more. Okay, boys, you head down that left fork. I'll take the right. Marston, you come with me or go with them.
What you doing back there? Well, we're done for.
Follow me.
Ya te sigo. Veo como...
Well, come on, then.
Eyes up, boy. Behind that rock. My God.
Who do you think you are?
You better surrender. You hear? Looks like we got him. Let's move on. Stick with me. Damn you. There's our boys on the other side. Put down your guns and surrender. Nice shot. Come on, let's clear out that camp. Watch yourself. Looks like they have some backup. I'm giving you one last chance to put your hands in the air. Let's go, Marston. Give themselves up, or we'll kill every last one of you.
Stop shooting at me!
Good shooting, boy.
It's you or me, friend!
You got one. Oh my good God. There's one more for the vultures. There's the son of a bitch. Let's get it.
My apologies, mister.
Venga, poco a poco.
Come on, pull foot, Marston. Let's go. Be careful. I think I spotted some snipers. God damn it! Take out those snipers, boy! Get those thieving bastards! Come on! Stop lagging behind! It sounds like the deputies could use a hand.
Stop doing that! This ain't nice. I know.
This looks as good a spot as any. Gather around and listen up. All right, stealthy as you can, boys. Let's get as close to those bastards as we can.
Come on! Come on! Let's have it! Watch out for the hostages and the cat!
Surrender, or I'll kill you all!
There it is!
That bastard won't be rustling no more. Nice shot! Good shooting, boy!
Stay with me! For Christ's sake!
You better surrender! You hear? I think that's all of them. Fine shooting, boys. Now come on, let's untie those hostages.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, es que no sigue costado nada.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
But one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. West Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. West Dickens, the tonic. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Voy a hacer lo que he marcado y ya voy a finalizar el directo. Estos son por un programa de internet. Así que nada. No. Guardo y finalizo el directo. Guardando, así que nada. Espero que haya gustado. No me digas... No. Que la cámara se me había parado y no me he dado cuenta. Sí, la cámara se me había